I left some of my belongings at Bret Schulte's house. So, like, I left my headphones and my laptop in my bag. I don't even remember bringing it. So I had to go back. And at this point, he says, I want to sleep with you again. And I'm like, no. And he's like, you won't sleep with me because you're not on drugs? I'm like, do you listen to yourself? You know, like, of course not. Like, you took advantage of me while I was passed out on 2 different drugs that you provided me with. Like, do you think I was clearly thinking or that I would do that sober? So he's like, you're uninvited for my birthday party. I was like, chill. Like, I don't have to do that. And then it just so happens, since Brian has my number, he texts me and says, don't listen to Bret. You can still come since you didn't do that. So we have dinner, and then I know at the end of the dinner, they made sure to show us that it was almost $1,000. And like, I didn't even know you could spend that much on dinner. Like, this is something I'm not used to. So we'd head over to Brian's house. After the grand tour, there's a doorbell. It's the same drug dealer that gave Bret Schulte the drugs at his apartment. You know, I think we started to realize what was going to happen, but none of us were saying it yet, you know. Brian eventually comes back down, and one by one, he takes us up, and he's like, I'll do half of this, Molly, if you do half of it. I'm like, okay, you know? So, because we don't really have others to, like, talk about it, you know? He's doing this separately, you know? And then before you know it, it's like, okay, it's time to go to Brian's bedroom. So he leads us to his bedroom, and we all get into bed with him. And, you know, like I said, time goes in and out. Kevin tells me he thinks that, you know, he sees Bret Schulte taking videos of us while, you know, me, Kevin, and Scotty tried to take turns fucking Brian. You know, I just remember kind of like looking at Scotty in his eyes and just like holding him like, is this okay? Like, all I could do was laugh, you know? I'm like, I couldn't cry, you know? So instead of crying, I was laughing and just kind of like holding his arm for some kind of support, you know? So the next morning, everyone's gone except me and Brian. I almost feel like, you know, I was the chosen one, almost, like that. I'm not saying that he liked me the best or, you know, I was just there, you know? It's like this is gonna continue, you know? Like, why is everyone else gone except me, you know? And